fuck him, feed him, leave him alone. You guys are actually crying because men don't approach you anymore. Do you want to know why they don't approach you anymore, Karen? Because if they approach you, he's a there. And if he hits on you, oh my God, essay. Not to mention the fact that you guys catfish yourselves with 20 pounds of makeup and your personality. So when he actually feels something, you show your things and your psycho side. The amount of false accusations where pro basketball players and just random men in general have actually had their lives ruined because of like this, with the false claims, that is why men are not approaching you. That is why men are not talking to you. It has nothing to do with your looks per se. You can be the most beautiful girl in the room and they would probably be to talk to you. And then they're going through a list in their head of everything you could do to ruin their lives. And the last thing they need over their head is to be accused of that they didn't do. That is why they are not approaching you. Do better.
Unpopular opinion. A lot of women say that they don't believe in 50-50 until it's time for the divorce. Now suddenly you believe you should split everything in half, but you haven't been going half on anything. He's been putting 100% of the monetary value into the relationship, but when it's time to split things, you want half. But my question is, half of what? Because you didn't put anything in, but you want half the house, you want half the money, you want half the business, but you didn't put half of the value into those things. So why should you get half? If we're talking about the energy and effort that you put in and the time, y'all both put that stuff in. So I get it that you're irritated with that, but he put that in too. But when we're talking about a man who pays 100% of the bills, why do you feel like you should get half of anything in a divorce? When it's time to build with him, you like, babe, you got it. You got it. You gonna figure it out. You got it. See, the conversation ain't really about 50-50. It's about accountability, because you can't skip the grind and then expect the reward.
I'm sorry, but a man with a dog is an immediate red flag for me. Like, if I see you have a dog, like if we're on a dating app or out in person or whatever, and you mentioned you have a dog, it immediately like gives me the ick, because in my mind I'm like, men are not even naturally like nurturing people anyway.
Some are, yeah.
So what, you just have a dog because you just need constant affection and love and all these things. And it's like, also, I'm the only bitch you should worry about taking care of them.
If you don't want to date a man with a dog, valid. You don't have to. But some men are genuinely nurturing. Have you actually watched men interact with their dog? It's so cute. And saying men need constant affection and stuff, does that apply to women as well? You know, the ones that maybe post selfies every day? Or do we only pay attention to what men do?
As much as women will sit there and say that I'm different and I'm special, being very blunt and honest with you guys are actually very similar to each other. It's just that, like, women tend to... Okay, externally you might be different. You look different, you have different interests, whatever it may be. But, like, what you're looking for in a guy is fairly similar. Tall, charismatic, charming, ability to protect you, provision for you, has money, status. So you're all kind of looking for the same thing. Like, women are actually very pragmatic when it comes to the mating process. Like, you guys will sit there and lie and say things like, oh, I care about personality, I care about all this other yeah, but that comes like 7th down the road. He's got to meet the looks first, then he's got to be interesting, he's got to be charismatic, then you give a about the personality.
Here's a fact. Women who do jobs in male-dominated fields, 9 times out of 10 outperform men in those jobs. Yeah. That sounds good? Yeah. That's a fact I made up. I'm glad y'all like it.
How am I
Ooh, see, this is talking about like right here, dark skin too. What you doing tonight?
Do whatever you want to do.
2 years later.
Hey, you tried to holler at me like 2 years ago? What's up? Let me get your number.
Yeah, I remember you. Where you and old dude?
You definitely after the first time.
I hate to hear that.
Yeah, but I'm looking for something real now. I need somebody good, somebody regular 9 to 5. So what's up?
I'm straight on it. I got a girl. I'm cool, man.
Oh my, please come on. I need somebody good. Like, look, you got it going on. I need somebody good.
No, you need somebody to help you take care of them kids. That's what
I
you
need
need.
a good man. Like, no, like, come on. I need a good man now.
Yeah, I bet you do need a good man now. I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Modern women have a major issue with responsibility and accountability. And men know this. They've known it for a long, long time, but they've tried to give modern women the benefit of the doubt. They don't want the benefit of the doubt. Well, actually, they do, but they want it's actually not even the benefit of the doubt. It's the benefit of looking the other way. I want the benefit of you allowing me to do whatever I want to do whenever I want to do it. I want the benefit of me acting crazy, of doing silly stuff. And then you said, oh, you know, that's just the way you are. That's just the way that women are. That's just how that's their nature. So my job in this whole thing as a man is just to work and support that and make it more convenient for her. To act like a toddler? No, absolutely not.
And one thing we need to normalize 2026.
I can assure you we don't need to normalize this, but here we are. View discretion's advised.
If you're a man and you're not paying for a girl hair, nails, lashes, anything, when she tell you that she's getting it done and you're not paying, don't ask to see it, okay? Don't ask to see it. Don't ask to make no videos. Ask FaceTime when you've done nothing. If you're not sending that money through, mind your business. Thank you.
Man, which one of y'all sent her the money, bro? Which one of you did not send her the money, bro? Because now she online getting mad at us and making a PSA to some we have nothing to do with. Because that's all that happened. Whatever man she talking to did not send her the money, and he asked for a picture of her nails or whatever after she got it done because she had to pay for it herself. So now she's upset, and in order to make herself feel better, she's going to make it a general thing instead of just talking to him directly. And I'll take it a step further. If you got to come online and get the person you talking to act right, yeah, you ain't who you think you are to them. Because if it's one thing men enjoy doing for the women that they're with and that they actually care for, it's taking care of them, for sure. But also, you got to be quite dense to believe that you having to show that you got your nails done requires compensation. Like, y'all get online and show people all kind of for free. But the man that you are talking to or you consider to be a romantic interest has to pay to see the things you show the world for free. That's crazy. But what else do I expect from a flat purse breezy? What else? The brokies will always find a way to try and shame somebody in order to give them money. They will always try to find ways to manipulate you into believing that you're supposed to pay for things for a woman to, you're not supposed to do a goddamn thing. She's supposed to pay for it herself because it's her responsibility. That is not your wife, bro. It's not your responsibility. But you know what? Knowing a lot of them, they ain't gonna listen to what I'm saying because I'm just a normal guy. Yeah, I keep the change.
I wanted to see if maybe we could close the door on the whole divorce attorney type stuff.
You know, I'm getting real sick and tired of you calling and coming over 24/7.
Okay, well, that's rude. That's not how I was expecting you to answer the phone at all.
You want me to be cordial? This isn't a cordial period of our life. I hope you know that.
I was hoping we could have a cordial conversation. Are you willing to listen or no?
Fine. God forbid. I mean, okay. I should let all this go through the attorney, but what do you want?
Well, I'm hoping that we can lose the attorney. I was calling to let you know that I'm in line to pick up Micah from school, and I will drop him off after. But before you got in the car, I wanted to see if maybe we could close the door on the whole divorce attorney type stuff.
No. Why would we do that?
Well, if you want me to be honest, Brian cheated on me. So, we're not together anymore. And so, we built a beautiful life together. And I understand that me,
so
making the Tinder and everything,
poetic justice right there.
It up and that was a mistake.
That's some poetic justice.
You don't have to be rude. You're not. I just want to know. I know that the Tinder was
cheat on me.
Can you just listen, Avery? I know that the Tinder was a mistake on my part.
You cheat on me.
Can you just listen, Avery? I know that the Tinder was a mistake on my part, but I was wondering if you'd be open to reconciling our marriage and maybe we can go to therapy together.
I don't know about you, but I am sick of texting. Do you want to just come on me? Come over. Do you want to just come over?
Get rich? Are your siblings rich too? You get rich. Mama, we made it. Your mama rich too? Or are you the type of person, you get rich and you rich only? I'm just trying to read the room and read the temperature and see what's normal to y'all. Because me, I don't trust nobody that's not on some, if I'm up, you up. If I made it, you made it when it comes to family.
No. Let me say that. That's what I just saw that going on with Gorilla and her little sister Brorilla or whatever they call. If I'm rich, if I get rich, I'm going to make sure my siblings are good. I'm going to invest in them to say, hey, I got this money sitting aside over here. What would you like to do to help you? Instead of giving a man fish, I'm going to teach a man how to fish. My mom, dad, they good. You know what I mean? They can sit it down. They got to do a thing if they don't want to. Siblings, I'm definitely going to invest in them, and I'm definitely going to give them a leg up in life. You know what I mean? And a great piece of change.
You black women are full of it. I'm watching A Different World the other day, and I just got depressed because I'm looking at a show full of black women, and I didn't see any lashes. They were all wearing their natural hair. I didn't see a bunch of clown makeup. The girls were wearing makeup, but it was just the TV makeup. It wasn't the clown makeup that you see nowadays. I didn't see a bunch of tattoos. There were no BBLs. There were no waist trainers. You didn't see a bunch of long fingernails. You didn't see a bunch of bull rings and piercings everywhere. And the women weren't just like that on that show. They were like that everywhere. And as a man who grew up in that era, we were in love with those women. So when y'all out there talking about black men don't like natural women, what the are y'all talking about? Because we did then and we still do.
That's why you need to stay single until your kids are gone. That's the choice you made when you reproduced, ma'am. And I need you ladies to understand something. You going out here having babies without marriage and then breaking up with men, you incur consequences. We don't want those kids around us because we cannot take care of them, cannot discipline them. We don't want to have to put up with all this other stuff. You're a fun woman. Very unlikely the man's going to take you seriously, especially when you start talking. Because I believe what you're telling me is honestly, and I'm like, who wants this deal?
Who doesn't want this deal? A beautiful woman that is a great mother, has a great career.
That's the 2 kids. Everything you're saying does not overcome the deficit that 2 children bring. And who is actively pursuing you to be their wife?
I got options.
Who is actively pursuing you to be their wife?
I've got options. I don't really.
Ma'am, you didn't know. No, that would be a fiance. See, this is where the truth comes in. Ma'am, you don't have these kind of options. And I'm trying to explain. Okay, then you wouldn't be here. If you actually had options of the kind and caliber of man that you want, then they were really considering you to be their wife, you wouldn't be here right now.
Unpopular opinion, dating a man who is emotionally mature is not for the weak. Baby, that man cannot be manipulated. He cannot be confused. You cannot play in his face. You can't talk to him crazy. You cannot disrespect him and expect for him to chase you. That man has developed another level of confidence in his lifestyle based on his level of emotional maturity. He knows that he can move on and continue to be great in life without you. He knows how to communicate. He's going to set boundaries, and he's going to expect for you to respect those boundaries. And don't you dare think that just because it's you, he finna shift and move every little piece of his life just to accommodate you, baby, because he's not. Most importantly, he is going to walk away from chaos. So if you're used to controlling the narrative and you gonna get all in your feelings when you can't control it, stay away from a man who's emotionally mature, because that man is not for the weak, baby.
Modern women continue to specialize. They continue to specialize in doing the wrong thing. They continue to specialize in being at the wrong places, being in situations at the wrong time. Now, I do agree that there are some situations where, a man is just out of line. He's just flat out of line, and he shouldn't have done some things. There's a lot of situations where that happens. Thinking of a scenario where, I was watching a influencer, I guess you would call him. I don't know if he calls himself that, but he was reviewing a video where a woman was walking, and the guy called out to her a few times. He said, "Excuse me," she didn't turn around. "Excuse me," she didn't turn around. "Excuse me," she turned around that 3rd time. She was very polite, but he was still in the parking garage. He walks up to her. "Are you engaged?" "Oh, yes, I am." "Oh, I see your ring in your finger." "Oh, congratulations." "Thank you, I appreciate that." Right? And so you go through the whole 9-10 yards of, "Hey, maybe we can be friends." And she was like, "You know what? Yeah, sure, we can be friends." Right? But all of her answers, my point is, all of her answers were very non-committal. Even when he said, "Hey, you look pretty," she turned to him for a moment. She was very nice to him. She turned to him for a moment. And as she was saying thank you, she was turning and going the other way. She was turning and walking the other way. She was very nice. Very, very nice. Very polite throughout the whole ordeal. And essentially, he said, "Hey, can I get your Instagram?" And she thought about it for a moment, and she was like, yeah, you can get my Instagram. So she was doing all of the things that might make you say that she's, trying to open the door for people. But if you really think about it, She was just trying to get out of that time. She was trying to get out of the situation. So I say that to say that there are some situations where, you know, the woman she's doing what she's supposed to be doing, and she actually is loyal. But in a lot of these situations, modern women, they would go and they're enthusiastic. Hey, yeah, I got Instagram. I got a Snapchat too. I can do you one better. Hey, I'm gonna add you to my close friends right now. Here's my phone number, my personal phone number, my private phone number on a different phone. Here, you can have that too. Call me anytime, day or night. I'm gonna save you as X, Y, and Z so my man don't know. You know, acting silly on their worst behavior. Those are the types of women that men try to avoid.
I grew up in a patriarchal household. My father and I, we were having a conversation. He's been verbally abusive since childhood, and I've seen him do that to my mom. But he also expresses a lot of love towards me.
He was verbally abusive. What does that mean? What would he say or do?
He grabbed an object to hit me.
Okay.
For the first time in my life, he actually hit me.
Yes.
And he kept chasing me with that object. So.
What did he hit you with?
He actually took off his slipper and he hit me on my head.
His slipper?
Yeah.
He hit you with a slipper?
Yeah, he took off his slipper and he hit me.
I was ready for this big. I'm not suggesting you should ever hit anyone. I had that experience. That's why I don't do it to my own children. But a slipper?
I'm a grown woman. He does not need to put his hands on me.
I agree with you 100%. By the way, I grew up in a house where I was physically hit and beat by my mother. When she grabbed my hair, smashed me in the wall. She would beat me with hangers. I'm not saying that like I was, I don't hold that. Because she was that way, I became a practical psychologist. I am here because of my mother. If she had been the mother I wanted her to be, I would not be the man I'm proud to be. Was the slipper made of wood?
No.
Steel?
Rubber?
Rubber. He hit you with a rubber slipper. I'm not making light of anybody being, but I want you to listen to this. This is her definition of because her entire life he has loved her so much.
Can 2026 please, for the love, be the year that guys go up and talk to women in public again? Like, I know there's guys out there that do this, but not enough. There's not enough, because guys who just sit and stare at you from across the room, they just keep making eye contact with you and you just make eye contact back and forth. Like, please, just go say hello. Just go say hello. It's really not that hard. If she's making eye contact back with you, like if you guys are making eye contact back and forth several times, she wants you to come say hello, okay? If you look at a girl, you find her attractive and you never see her looking at you again, she probably doesn't want to talk to you, okay? Or she has a boyfriend, whatever. But if she keeps making eye contact with you, that is your sign to go up and say hello. And it is so much more attractive when a guy takes initiative. It shows so much confidence. So what? You shoot your shot and you miss? You're gonna miss regardless if you don't go say hello. It's so silly to me. This happens all the time. And twice in the past week, I've had scenarios like this, totally opposites. Last Saturday, me and this guy, he sat across from me at this restaurant we were at, and we made eye contact a few times. I get up, go to the bathroom, we're about to leave. We're washing our hands outside the bathroom. He comes over, says hello, we talk, blah, 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 whatever. I'm like, thank you. Like, thank you for coming to make a move and say hello. This morning, I was at the gym, and this guy, one of my guy friends at the gym, texts us, and he's like, you guys have an admirer? And I was like, what? And he's like, he's like, will you please talk to them for me? Like, see if, like, whatever. And he's like, no, these girls are cool. Like, they don't want some punk guy who's not going to come say hello. I'm like, thank you. Like, no, girls don't want a guy who's not going to take initiative. Like, girls want guys who are confident. So even if you aren't confident, you should shoot your shot regardless, because you're going to look so much better and have so much better of a chance if you just shoot your shot.
You woke up as a woman. What would be the first thing you'd do?
I woke up as a woman?
Yeah.
Well, I should probably do the dishes.
That's the first thing you do?
Yeah, I'm a woman. That's what we're supposed to do.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'll stay in my lane and cook and do the dishes.
Okay.
I'd be an awesome woman if I was a woman.
Oh, really?
Yeah, okay. I know my place in the world.
What's the second thing you do then? Well, I guess dishes, and you said cook, so then the third.
I'd probably do the laundry, and then maybe go please my man.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so what if the man stayed in bed all day and didn't do anything to help you around the house, and he had the whole day off, and so did you, but you had to do all the chores because you're the woman, and he just laid in bed all day?
Imagine I'd wake him up doing something nice for him. And
really?
he'd probably be in a great mood, and then he'd probably get up for the day and go do stuff with you.
What does he say? Well, like, did you, like what? Like, what is he supposed to do?
Whatever he wanted to do, I pleased my man.
Dave, are you gonna pay for these groceries or what? I don't have enough money. I don't have enough. Put it back. I have to feed my 1-year-old, and you telling me so you can date me, but you can't pay for this stuff. That's what you telling me? Is that what you telling me? See, that's how these guys do, baby. They take you out on dates and don't want to pay for your stuff. And then he know I got a 1-year-old baby. You don't even want to buy my baby clothes. That's how guys do nowadays. They just date you. $472. Okay, are you gonna be paying today? How are you paying? Yeah, this how it is. Guys be wearing the hottest shoes. Thank you. $200 and $300 worth of shoes and don't even want to pay for the stuff I had to pay for, yeah, because I've been dating this guy about maybe 2 to 3 days, and baby, this how they do. But I just went ahead. I'm probably gonna break up with him though. But
Suddenly, a lot of women are coming out saying, give me the boring man. I don't want the exciting man anymore. And I just want to be the one to tell you, no, you can't get the good guy. Why would a good, valuable man want a woman who never recognized the value in his good qualities, and you're referring to his good qualities as boring? Referring to balance, discipline, calmness, and emotional stability as boring is delusional.
What are we doing today?
A man hit on me today.
We'll fix that.
If this is fixed, I would hate to see broken. And honestly, this makes me so sad for her. This is what happens when your identity is built on opposition instead of confidence. Nothing says empowerment like punishing yourself for being complimented.
For modern women, their level of entitlement has grown exponentially, to the point that they've become insufferable, to the point that men don't even want to be around them. They don't prefer to be around them. And modern women will sit up here and act surprised, but there's no surprise here. You're insufferable. Men don't want to be around you, dude. You're not a pleasant person. I mean, I know you like to say, well, I go with my friends and my friends love me. Yeah, because your friends get the best version of you. Your man gets the worst version of you. And it'd be one thing, I saw another creator, kind of talking about the difference between being crazy and being able to get crazy is basically what she was saying. My man knows I can act crazy, but I'm not crazy. He knows I do have a gear to where I get beside myself sometimes, but on the whole, I act like I got some sense. And everybody truthfully has that gear to where, there might be something that they're really passionate about and they flip out on somebody, or, they just kind of lose control for a little bit and they try to maintain and control their emotions. But there's just some things that are kind of like, oof, that's it for me. That's normal. But a lot of these modern women, that switch is always on. They always act terrible. Always. And it's usually with a man. They're always acting bad. Period. Stop doing that.
And let me just say this. That man does not want to control you, baby. He just wants you to be the best version of yourself, and you having a hard time letting go of them bad habits. That's what the real issue is. How about you get with yourself and figure out what it is that you need to change for the better, and then you wouldn't have to feel like he's controlling you, because he wouldn't have to check you on stuff. A lot of y'all ladies be talking about, oh, he's controlling. But this is the thing. He wouldn't have to call you out on. You was self-aware and you had self-discipline and self-control.
The girl at the counter, when I say this girl was so nice, I thought she liked me. She probably didn't, right? In hindsight, she probably didn't. It was probably just the white girl niceness. But in that moment, I realized this is why men fall head over heels for white women and foreign women. Because when you become so accustomed to our women, who even when they like you, they're going to look at you and talk to you and treat you like you ain't worth it. Compliment from our women is, oh, you think you look good.
Now, I don't mean to quote Kevin Samuels, especially since I never watched any of his videos, but that feminine, fit, friendly thing, he kind of ate with that one, not gonna lie. Because friendliness is not the highest priority for a lot of us Black women. And it is because society has been particularly terrible to Black women that it has beat the friendliness out of some of the girls, and they have hardened their hearts to a point of no return. And I really hate to see that, but I also understand where it comes from. So when men turn to other races of women that are kind to them, I can't blame them for that either. Is it so crazy that a man wants an actual compliment and not just, oh, you think you look good? Obviously, this is not all Black women. I myself am quite friendly. In fact, my man tells me I'm too friendly, and I know a lot of other Black women that are, but it's not the majority, and we know that.
Are you trying to eat? Am I bothering you?
I'm trying to eat too.
Yo, if you the wrong person, bro, that take that shot, bro, you would just see 5 stars in the top right corner of your screen. You take them type of shots, you gotta know your hot zones on the floor. Do you practice from that range?
Yeah, I thought you like long.
Snowzo just smiling ear to ear at every punchline. Every line is just shaving off 20 HP every time, like she's stuck in a storm. She gotta get up out the storm, you know what I'm saying? The storm damage could send you back to the lobby.
Why do you have so many thirst traps?
Don't be thirsty, I'll hydrate you.
Crazy.
She gotta get better on defense. She not sliding her feet. I ain't gonna lie, bro. She getting cooked. Like, she getting cooked with the same tween cross.
I'm ready to go.
Ready to go? Play, please?
I'm ready to go right now. I'm ready to go right now.
I think men are just finally realizing they need to focus on themselves first.
Okay, I have a question for all of the single straight men. What are you doing? Because every single day, I walk out of my front door to the most beautiful, gorgeous, just goddesses of women walking around living their best life like they're just not heaven on earth. So what are you doing? Why are you fumbling the bag? Why are you single? Why are you not just snatching up all of these amazing, beautiful, smart, educated, sexy women? Because they're everywhere I look. Get it together.
Yeah, man, I feel like right now people are starting to really realize that it works both ways. Women can approach men too if they really wanted to.
Women bring nothing to the table nowadays and still expect to be treated like a queen and like a princess and like she deserves the world and the man is just supposed to be there and provide everything for her. Wake up. If you really believe that you deserve all of this, you need to provide more than just your body and your looks and the fakeness that you have going on around there. You need to actually start providing value for that man, especially if you want to get a good man. You are never going to find a good man to take care of you if you provide nothing but your arrogance, your ego, and your looks, because that is not enough anymore for men nowadays.
So chances are, if you've not lived under a rock, you have seen this face all over your social media feed. But when I look at her social media content, this is not someone to idolize. This is someone who is hurting. And yes, I wholeheartedly believe that she needs to be held accountable for her actions. Like, it's serious. It's not something to just be brushed under the rug. But that's not what this video is about. But public humiliation does not fix a broken soul. This is exactly what happens though when culture tells women to worship themselves. They're out here chasing broken soul. This is exactly what happens though when culture tells women to worship themselves. They're out here chasing validation, chasing attention, chasing fame. So Taylor, if this message ever reaches you, this is not the end. This is the beginning. A new life through Jesus Christ. Not false doctrine, not the Book of Mormon, Jesus Christ. So Taylor, from one mother to another, step away from the limelight, go seek God, heal yourself, go be with those beautiful babies. So if you take one thing away from this message, if this ever was to reach you, Taylor, just know that rock bottom is not the worst place that you could be. Staying blind to your sin is. Fame is a cruel god. It's going to use you up and leave you feeling empty. So just remember, the spotlight cannot save you, Taylor. Only Jesus Christ can. So you have a sister here in Texas praying for you, God bless.
I caught a puppy. Honey, I caught a puppy.
You did?
It was outside, just by the campfire. Can we keep it?
Yeah.
I want this puppy.
I love this. Did you hear the wife say yes? She clearly cares about what her man wants, and she's a huge green flag. And it's great because he didn't even have to pay for that puppy. He just found him outside. Someone probably abandoned him, and that's so sad. People need to stop doing that with their pets.
Yo, what's up? Rent's due in a couple days. Got some dishes over there to get done.
Babe!
Well, I'm not a fan of passive-aggressive communication. This is hilarious, especially because we live in a world where men can't usually bring that up without being invalidated or criticized for it. Ideally, his wife's not like that, and this is just a joke. But men's needs are important, they're valid, and they should be taken seriously.
What the is up with men only wanting to be my pen pal? Because I've been building up my roster for the last couple weeks, and not a single one of these men has even tried to have sex with me, which normally I would say is very respectful, but it's also, we're not even doing anything. You know, we're not hanging out, we're not like going on dates. Why do men just want pen pals? I don't want to be your pen pal. If we're not and we're not going on dates, then what the hell are we talking for? I don't want to talk to you. I got a million other people I would rather talk to other than you. But I'm just like, does nobody just...
They don't want to go the distance.
Nobody fucks on the first date anymore? Nobody kisses nasty in the parking lot on the first date anymore?
You don't finger in the parking lot?
Nobody fingers in the parking lot after the date anymore? What the fuck's going on? I've been out of the dating game for 5 years. What are we, all virgins? I mean, I'm a virgin, honestly, but like, God, nobody's on the first date, second date? God forbid a girl wants a little love bombing, you know. So what? So what? I'm a little bored. So what? I'm a little bored and I want to have sex. So what? God forbid.
This is my proof that I think that the population is gonna slowly decline because I am in a room of like 100 men and not one of them has approached. I just think men this day and age don't want to date.
Why do you feel like so many men feel like they're walking on eggshells in their own home?
Because they are.
Why do you feel that is though?
Because so when you started to say that when things are quiet, they don't have a lot to say, my immediate thought was that's not true. But I wasn't going to rob you of that belief. But I don't think that women are quiet when things are peaceful. I think that's when the gears really start turning. Because there might be something that she didn't say the last 3 months that she'd been waiting to say. And now it seems like things are safe. And I got a question about Sheila and the nail polish that she left in the car in 1986. Not mine. Yeah, that comes up during peace. And that happens for a lot of the same reasons, which is that women are on the quest for absolute peace. They want to not think. So they need to ask these questions and they need to purge. They need to get it out. And men don't really have the same emotional capacity and bandwidth as women to entertain these interrogations. So over time, if you give a relationship longevity, right? Like they make it through some years. Oh, she got a lot of questions left. She's just piecemealing them bit by bit. She's just inching them out at the moment of safety. Safety looks like we're having a good time, which is why a man's experience is like, we're on the best road trip of our lives. How did this whole trip get messed up? He starts to think back. She asked that dumb question about 2 years ago. Like, why did she have to do that? Because she was looking for absolute peace and she thought that it was safe enough to ask. So men are feeling like they're walking on eggshells because they don't realize how much we as women, they're walking on eggshells because they don't realize how much we as women hold on to a lot of information, details, questions, insecurities, curiosities, including something as random as, what are your plans for us for the next 5 years? At random.
Imagine being angry that you can no longer show off your cheeks at the Houston Rodeo. That is exactly what's going on here. This chick posted this video of her at the Houston Rodeo before they changed the dress code to not allow thirst trapping in front of kids, families. I mean, if you pay attention, you can actually see some kids in this video looking over. So instead of realizing people have a right to call you out and disagree with your attire at a family event, you decide to instead get triggered and record a response video. And this is what you had to say in response to this person who commented, I came here from the Search Houston rodeo, tacky outfits. Oof.
I don't care what anybody says, but what I wore to the Houston rodeo should have been the least of y'all concern. And I told myself I wasn't going to respond to the negative comments, but I'm going to put this out there because I'm going to defend myself since I'm getting so many nasty, hateful, and really mean comments. So this was the outfit I wore, and I posted a walking video, and for some reason it ended on the wrong side of TikTok, and now I'm being personally attacked for it. Number one, I was wearing American Eagle shorts to the rodeo. I did not search up butt cheek shorts. I did not get any shorts from a boutique. I got them from American Eagle, and I know a lot of people shop there.
Okay, so let's stop right there. And yes, I'm going to pause this a bunch of times because none of this makes sense. So she says, I got these from American Eagle. Oh, okay, I guess that makes everything okay. Who gives an F? Who cares where you got the booty shorts from? And then she goes on to say, I did not search butt cheek shorts. Who searches butt cheek shorts when they're looking for butt cheek shorts? I don't think these are actually called butt cheek shorts, right? So none of this is making sense so far. Let's keep listening.
Number two, my behind was not out. When you're walking, obviously things are going to rise up, which happens to me because I am not slim. I am not skinny in the back. Naturally, when I walk, things rise up. I did not buy those shorts so that they could rise up on the back of me. If we want to actually be specific, I sized up in those shorts. Those shorts were created by American Eagle like that. I usually wear a size 4. Those shorts are a size 6. And I'm bringing the receipts. These are the shorts, and as you can see, it is a size 6. So I had sized up in these shorts because I didn't want them to be too short. This was my first time not only going to Houston, Texas, but also going to the rodeo. I had asked somebody who lives in Houston, Texas, what I should wear to the rodeo. What are the kind of things people wear? They told me shorts, a top, cowboy boots, and a cowboy hat, which is exactly what I was wearing. I did not intend to be there to disrespect anybody's family or think it was a family event and that's the way I was going to dress there to be disrespectful. No, I just wore that outfit to the carnival and had a great time. Got on rides, I got food, and nobody had a problem when I was there. So crazy though, because
Yes, they did. Yes, they did, because you can't wear that.
Lotto doing all that big talking and bragging about being untouchable and not having a bunch of bodies and all that kind of stuff just to end up being a baby mama to a man that got 3 kids. That's exactly why men don't take women serious. And every time I get on this internet and I say what my standards are and I say what kind of person I am, every time I'm doubted by men, I have to remember it's because they know women lie so much. Women will say a lot of stuff, and they don't stand 10 toes down in it. Like I was talking to my homegirl, and I was telling her, I'm like, you would think after as much as I done said I don't date, I don't deal with men, like I don't talk to men, that men wouldn't be shooting their shot at me by now. And she just like, why would you think that? They always gonna still do that. Like it doesn't matter what you're saying. They don't believe you. And she absolutely right. They don't. And every time I want to be offended by the fact that they don't believe me, I have to remember how much women lie. Right? And I have to put myself in those men's shoes and be like, yeah, if I heard a girl get online and she was saying she was abstinent for 5 years, she don't talk to men, ain't no men in her phone, I would think she lying too, because of how much women be lying, how much women say one thing and do another. So every time I want to be offended by the fact that men be thinking I'm lying, I have to remember, yeah, you're a woman. And a bunch of women are liars. And whenever I say anything, like even when it be the conversation about being happy being single, most women really ain't happy being single. That's a real thing. She made a video about it, and I wanted to argue with you, and I made a comment, and then I had to come back to my comment and be like, you know what? You're right. Like, I'm thinking about myself, but I have to take myself out of the equation and just look at it as a whole, as a collective, and as a collective, as a whole, women say one thing and do another. So your statement is actually valid. Aside from me, it is a valid statement. Most women don't really be happy single. They just be saying they are, but they really don't be. But I really am. But you can't believe me because it lots of I get it.
Now, for all the people who didn't know this, Alyssa Michelle Stevens better known as Lotto, may have been born in Columbus, Ohio. But she was raised in Atlanta. Enough said. Definitely like this video. Go to my homegirl page, watch some of her other videos for a bunch of original content. She makes a bunch of good stuff. Now, fellas, let me give you some information. Let me advise you on something. If the girl that you're currently entertaining is from Houston, Atlanta, Memphis, Tennessee, you know, all those cities that has an influx of us, you have a high probability of your girl being attracted to pookies and hood bookers. And ladies, I'm not saying all of y'all. Don't be sensitive. I'm not talking about every last one of y'all. I would say roughly about 96%. That's just what it is, and we already know that. Aesthetics matter in our community. Nobody gives a about credentials. You see this rhetoric being spoken online every single day. Nobody cares. When it comes to physical aesthetics, a woman will pick a man that she finds attractive over all his credentials. And if you don't believe me, once again, go back to the balloon popping show. All the brothers that's being picked, they never was asked any of the real questions. Do you have children? How many baby mamas you have? They never ask those questions because they don't give a about the answer. The only thing that they care about is how well you're going to treat their children. This is why I continue to tell you, brothers, when that woman seems uninterested in you, it's because she is. I don't care how many degrees you have. I don't care how much money you have. If a woman don't find you aesthetically pleasing, she is not interested in you. And women hate when the truth is being called out. I'll talk about this amongst all my mutuals on social media, and we have multiple different examples of this. This is why I stopped listening to women in the 80s. I don't give a what you say, because I've seen it for myself. But leave a comment in the comment section. But y'all grown niggas do what y'all want to do.
You know what this is? This is faking. This is fakery. You know how I know it's fakery? Because I got everything he's talking about, and I didn't do anything he said. And you shouldn't either. This is ridiculous. Don't get a woman until you have $300. I don't think you have $300. $300,000. You may not have $300. $300,000. Give me a knock it off. You give her $50,000 before you even step out. You a fool. You just there. She's just there for the money. Then she don't want you, and one has to argue like, why would somebody be there for you, with you? What do you bring to the table? Maybe it's just the dollars, and it's just a transaction. Then it's actually not a marriage anyway. Then what are you doing? You just call something else. You just renting love, or renting renting likes. And then Kevin just breaks this down like he's a financial literacy expert. He's, $50,000 for a down payment for a deposit for a house. Come on, knock it off. I mean, where? I mean, you can do that. I mean, you can do it in the Southeast cities, but not the way, which by the way, I think is a good, smart move. Southeast cities is a growth areas. But this guy is talking all his jam like he's talking about, he living a high life in multi-million-dollar neighborhoods. Kevin sets it straight. You can't even get a garage in Los Angeles, as an example, for that kind of a down payment. Just see that money in your account. And then he talks about wanting to leave money in an account. You need to, it goes from 1 million to 3 million. Knock it off, man. Right? Like, I got all that, and the wife. We didn't do anything you just said, and wouldn't do anything you said, and it's bad advice. First of all, it's only under 10% of all African Americans who make $100,000 a year. So what are you talking about? Where's your money? Where's your 3 bands? Where's your $300,000? Where's your $3 million? Show me your receipts. I got mine. I mean, I'm just so tired of these people online talking all this mess and don't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. Let the doorknob hit you with a dog to bitch you. Like, get out of here. Knock it off. Like, stop giving people bad advice and stop giving relationships a bad name, and women and men. Look, you got this thing backwards, right? You want to get in a relationship when you don't have anything. You need a partner to help to get in a relationship when you don't have anything. You need a partner to help you build, right? To help you, who understands you, who believes in you, where 2 + 2 equals 6, 8, or 10 because you're better together. And a giver and a giver is exotic, not one giver and one taker. A giver and a taker is neurotic. A taker and a taker is psychotic. And anybody who gets together with you, with the principles you have, they're probably one of the last 2 categories. I don't know who you are. I'm not talking about you as a person. I don't mean disrespect, but what you're saying is stupid. What you're saying makes no sense. What Kevin is saying, is making smart sexy. And I endorse this message. We have to make financial literacy the civil rights issue of this generation, everybody. Financial literacy in its twin, now AI literacy. Civil rights to civil rights, the streets to the suites. Stop all this flossing, all this gaming, stop all this playing around. Like, get back to the basics. Like my friend Bishop T.D. Jakes would say, Chairman T.D. Jakes, let's make boring sexy again. Let's get the basics right. Like, this guy's sitting here like he's some guru. No, he's a doo-roo, he's a doo-boo, he's a doo-doo. It's not he's a doo-doo, but I mean, the advice is doo-doo. Like, knock it off, man. Let me get back to work, which is what he should be doing. Let me say, I'm working. Where? I'm working in my office, right? Right? This is where it happened, right? And where did I learn financial literacy? This little 9-year-old kid in this suit was taught by a banker how money really works. And now we're running the game, right? So you want to see a real $1 million? Not this fakery this dude's talking about? There's $1 million right there. Right there. Right there. Well, right there. Right there. That's $1 million, right? On the wall. Not, I got receipts, brother. That's just one check. Okay? Knock it off, right? Come with receipts or shut up. Look, go get my book, Capitalism for All. The new one's out March 31st. Stop living this stupid stuff. Come to my Hope Financial Coaches and get some real advice. Go to Kevon Shows, because he's going to give you some comedy and some financial literacy. And I'll see you at the finish line. Peace and light. And go to Operation Hope, get the book, and go to my podcast, Money and Wealth, every Thursday, dropping real jewels. Peace and light.
How much money should a man have before he gets into a relationship? At minimum, a man should have $300,000 US.
I'm so glad I found my wife before the advent of social media, because how many people in America, period, have $300,000? Men or women. How many people have that much money liquid? Now, you want to know what he thinks you need to do with that $300,000? Listen.
$50,000 of that goes to your new bride. Before y'all get married here, I love you. Here's $50,000.
Giving her $50K straight up, boy, that is love. If it isn't love, why does it hurt this bad? What else I got to do with the 3 horn?
The other $50,000 going to deposit your new family house.
Where I lived in California, $50,000 will not get you anywhere near a deposit on a family home.
Really want to step into the real leagues when men are handling their business, you should have at least $1 million to $3 million in your savings account before you even entertain a woman.
$1 million to $3 million cash. You know what, man? You should also be able to fly and harness the power of the great horn moon and swim faster than a fish. Might as well, since we're just making up stuff. I don't even know if it's wise to put $3 million in a savings account. Like, at that point, that's probably not the best place for it financially. You know, it's got to be a really high interest yielding savings account. But let's just make up numbers, because this is just not realistic. And I know it might sound good, like, yeah, that's what I deserve. Well, I deserve a full hairline. That's what I deserve. What do I got, though? I deserve abs. What do I got, though?
And what modern women really are trying to do is wait a man out. They're trying to wait a man out. They're thinking that a man, give it a few years, give it 20 years, give it 30 years. Men are going to change. Men are going to stop being who they naturally are. They're going to allow us to do a lot of the nonsense and say a lot of this nonsense and get away with it. And truth be told, men have allowed women to get away with a whole heck of a lot of stuff. But it only becomes a problem once again when men say, oh, shoot, I'm going to start going my own way. I'm going to start doing whatever. I mean, tell you what, I'm going to go over here and build my own world. You guys stay over here and take this world here. Then all of a sudden you're upset and you say that men are checking out. Oh, it seems like men are disassociating themselves from society. You think so, huh? How could we have ever predicted that?